Big up YouTube, you're live with Kuanna Soul in the house tonight. Clean Way Sound, happy Thursday. Big up everybody. Thank you for joining live. Make sure you're following CleanWayRecords all over. Make sure you're following Kuanna Soul. 11X, great show, good music. Up. Thank you for joining in tonight. Savannah, they got nothing on you, Empress. Got me say. Yes. I love it. Do you play any instruments? Oh gosh, sorry.
I started the keyboard, but I still have a farm to go. So I would say not no.
All right, I'd love to help you if you want. I just got back to keyboard about, oh my God, my piano was left at my house for like 30 years. And my family made me forget, I was a really musical kid. So I think that's why I appreciate it so much and I love it so much. And I'm so into like going deep with you guys because I gave it up. I almost like never came back to the music, imagine, and this is definitely the gift that God gave me because I used to just sit, piano, drum and everything. So I got a little keyboard now and I started messing around and my EP is coming out, Roots and Culture, Empress, and I play keyboard on 2 of the tracks, sweet reggae music and How Dare You, yeah.
But for everyone, somebody's reaching out to me regarding purchasing my song. There's a link in my bio on Instagram. Once you click the link, it will take you to all of the links. That's where you can purchase my music, okay?
Okay, very smart. Big up White Mice. I could probably, I don't know if I could put the link in, but you said they could just, in your bio, Kuanna Soul, right, on Instagram?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I could put it in now, guys. Kuanna Soul. Are you on all digital platforms?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I believe that's it, guys. Go find her there, Kuanna Soul on Instagram, and she said there's a link there that you can purchase her music. Are you selling any merch yet? I'm gonna try to do one item with my EP. It's not easy, I could sell them on the.
I had some. I'm out right now, but I had a few because I had an album launch last year as well, so I had some stuff.
Okay. What did you?
There again.
What did you sell? They say keep it simple. If I can, Empress, I'd love to give you a little advice just from what I learned. So the couple of things that I've been, because I go really hard on the business part. I had an MBA. I study hard. So these are some of the things. Stick to who you are and stick to your lane. Always, Empress. Because fans will find you. Fans want your authentic self. Fans want to hear about you. Some artists are just doing music and they don't give you that glimpse. The way you just told us about your daughter. The way you share the songs and tell us about how you feel. That you want to wear pants, but you're always regal and you're always, to put my words, virtuous. A woman could be virtuous. It's not by her dress. So I love that because that's right where I come in, with the Empress movement. And then just being steady. There is no time. Sometimes these guys say bust. Jamaica, especially Jamaica, really has such a pressure on it to bust.
But we just want rock and come in.
Yeah, rock and come in. What's bust? I don't want to bust my head. I want to stay steady, right? So. Let me see if I can find that. All right. Hold up. Let me put these a different way so I can see the tracks. All right. Now's my time. While I'm looking for that one, now's my time. I found it. To ask me a question. So before I drop rock and come in. Yes, your turn to ask me a question. Anything.
Oh, me for asking something?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you said you grew up in Rasta, so I can't ask you your came on the side.
All right, hold it. We'll drop rock and come in. Just think about it. I told you I was gonna let you ask a question. Last week the guy asked me why did I put him on the show. I thought that was really cute too. All right, Kuanna in the house, y'all. Make sure you're following all over Kuanna Soul. link her, at Kuanna Soul, at Kuanna Soul on Instagram, and she said you can find her music. And again, you're in all social media, right? On
Yeah, my
Spotify and at just
YouTube, you
Kuanna,
can on that
Kuanna.
link, you can subscribe to my YouTube from that link.
Yes, I and add her to your playlist. Kuanna Soul in the house, rock and come in. Super Diamond Production.
Freedom must come my way one day. Well, country girl step up in a Kingston city. Them never know say I saw me walk all up pretty. Them like up all doors through me now run no. Pity them no know say I did take my own already. Me put on me clocks and park all me bridges. Gideon lioness me journey and the roughest. Have to stand firm, have to be one of the toughest. In the times like these, you know we cannot be no puppets. Oh, from me there I can come in. Well, don't wanna find the sea. From me there I can come in. A straight love I and I bring.
Cleanway and Sound, YouTube, Cleanway and Sound, Instagram, Kuanna Soul in the house tonight. Empress Kuanna.
Empress Kuanna by the sea. Wrap me there I can come in. Keeping my heart pure and clean. Hold the pressure. Sometimes I watch. I know my better. Somebody make fun. This business me in it. It no easy at all. Words I know I'm not familiar. But it alright. I stand up on the roof. And so I say them in public to tell the I find it on my God like it bounce back like rock me there I can come in. Welcome
Jamaican Queen Omega, Kuanna Soul, yeah man, love the style.
a straight love I and I bring. Rock me there I can come in. Empress Kuanna by the sea. Rock me there I can come in. Keeping my heart pure and clean. You can never tear me down.
Big up all the clean art people out there, Cleanway and Sound, you don't know. Massive, massive, massive.
Just my defense and all I do. I'm standing on the higher ground. Majestic and stay profound. I'm chosen, I can never bow to you. I'm Mr. Wow. Rock with the rock and beat.
I like the soul, Empress. I'm thinking you need to keep the soul on your name. It's very, the music is very, very soulful. Very sweet, very sweet. Now we listened to, I think, 4 tracks. They all, to me, had a little, oh gosh, sorry, this keeps, like, a quiet ending, you know, like you really, how would you say it? Like when you learn how to write, I'm an English professor, right? So when you learn how to write, like a story, we would teach them how to write, you know, an introduction, a rising action, you know, then an event, and then, you know, the story kind of usually doesn't just end. So I find that to your song. So do you have a conscious way of composing? I know you said some songs are easy and like the sounds just come to you. How do you address that?
Um, when I started writing a song, sometimes you get a melody, and then the melody gives you some words, and then from those words you start to create a picture. When you start to create a picture now, you start to come down with a storyline. So with writing now, sometimes you will get a too far and you say, yo, no, it's not tight enough, I want it to be lacking more to the story, and you will take that out and put in this song. It's that kind of vibe. It's just that way. You just think about a storyline all the time. Picture it, put yourself in that mold or that emotion there and try to picture it and play out.
Okay, so that soulfulness, were you singing in the revival church? You were. He said he heard you singing. How was the reaction of them when you started singing reggae music? The people that, you know...
Oh, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good. I wasn't expecting it to be so
No,
obvious.
it wasn't good. It wasn't good. But the thing about me is that I am always respectful to the leaders of the church that I grew up in because that's where I get my first opportunity to hold on to mic and to sing. And they brought me to different churches to sing and to showcase the vocal that I have. And I get to exercise my vocal. So just to have this wailing sound, that's where it came from. So
Yes.
that's the whole vibration. And we're not going to ever run from our roots. We just try to keep it more realistic rather than illusion.
Yes.
But within that, we still keep our spirituality.
Yes.
Over religion.
Yes.
Just that's the difference.
Yeah, that is the thing. I'm glad you said that because when I started identifying and realized like I was born a Rasta, I didn't really understand how that connected to my journey through Christianity and Catholicism and studying Orthodox Judaism and then I came to discover that really Rastafari is a militant Christianity, but then again it's not because it's not a religion. So it's everything and nothing.
That's right.
So it's sad when they oppose it so strongly because the most militant of religious spiritual sense is Rastafari. Yeah. Aliyah. Yes, I. Okay.
You give thanks to everything, because within everything you learn something. See, so we give thanks to everything. The reason why we would give against the whole Christian faith completely is because they want to put it on us like if it is not, this is nothing. And we know that it is
Yes. Well, the biggest thing to me is those are man-made, man-ruled, and Rastafari is the close. Even that to me, the modern Rasta is still male predominant, but really not. If you really look at the tenements and you get into it, no, it's the one most open to correctness. I guess if you can. All right, now it's the time to ask me a question before we drop another song. Go ahead. You ready?
Okay, so why you choose to fall? Why you fall in love with this reggae music vibration? Why is Rastafari so much of an importance to you?
Great question, Empress. Great question. I love it. So, how do I go through that? Yeah, it's a born thing. It's just that feeling you have in you, I mean, Bob articulates it the best. I'm trying to learn more to speak in I. It's more comfortable, but it's not comfortable because that's not the way I was trained. But it's just something that was in me. I guess I was always searching. I always felt I was born like Italian American, Catholic. I always felt things were missing. There were natural things to like my hair. I definitely have black hair, kind of. So growing up, people called me, black names and I loved it. I never took it as a negative. I felt like, what's wrong with them? I'm glad that my skin gets tan and gets brown and, and then I studied a lot of them and it was about, I'll tell you the real time I realized, I don't know if you know who Neville Garrick was. Do you know who Neville Garrick was? Okay, so the first person that took me to Jamaica and took me to Toronto, his best friend was Neville Garrick. Neville Garrick was best friends with Bob Marley. Neville Garrick wrote a book called Ethiopian Faces and Places. And it's about 20 years ago and it's a beautiful story. I felt an affinity to Rastafari, but I was getting, I'm a half caste, I guess, if you will. So my brown friends were like, no, you're not, Actually, they embraced me. They didn't really say much until I got into the music. Then it was like, oh, culture vulture and these things. But my so-called American friends were like, why do you keep going out with these guys? Why are you finding Rasta? So I kind of felt like, well, maybe I am just choosing this. Maybe this isn't mine. Maybe I am looking somewhere else. And then I picked up Neville Garrick's book about 20 years ago to ask that question of, when you have a question, you're supposed to ask Jah, what, why, how. So I picked up the book and I opened up the page,
Yes, sir.
and I really wanted him to relieve me of that feeling of like I'm trying to be something I'm not, you know, just like you said, the music that's coming out, sometimes you feel like you gotta follow because it's got that familiar sound and everybody's kind of jumping on that train, and it's not a bow train and it's not a negative train. You just say sometimes like, oh, maybe, you know, right? There's nothing wrong, but you always have to go back to me, usually what is more difficult is what is right, you know? So
It's true, yeah, man.
I opened up that book, Empress, and I'm Catholic, and my born name is Marianne. And as I chose to open that book and ask God the question, what did I find? The first church, the first Catholic church in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, is the Church of Saint Marianne, and that's my name. And I knew then, I'm not choosing Rastafari, it chose me, and I was born that way. Selassie, and that was it. And then I just, you know, started more and more to embrace. So thank you for asking me for that beautiful
Yeah.
question. It is the best gift, and I don't know if you keep the order, but keeping Sabbath, I kept it as a Jew, you know, Orthodox, and I keep it now. I keep it by myself, and let me tell you, it is the most joyous gift to man, and I'm on a crusade as my music comes on, and I hope to have a place in Jamaica as I want to be able to celebrate Sabbath with all of you guys and just, you know, beat the drum and sing, and that is it. That is heaven on earth, you know?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I love that question. Tropical still in says upful. All right, let's drop another one. We got a lot, Empress. So let me let you choose. I have Broken Woman, Love Divine. We got In Love with You featuring Turbulence, Massive, Rescue Me. These are all kind of love. What do you?
Those are from the album.
Yeah, tell us. What do you want me to drop?
Anyone you feel like.
All right, I want you to give me an acapella on one of them right now, a little bit, and then we'll drop that one. You got it. That's the one Miss Diamond loves. Yeah, go ahead. What do you think you wish?
Hey, pedophile, is that you up in a this square and pick out your fingernail? If you put your palace in a little happy girl, tie you up in a this square. Pick out your fingernail. If you touch the liquor dance that you hear. And see out.
Yes, that's a big Empress. That's a tough one right now. That really is a tough one. And again, I had a moment of silence today for
That song is very personal to me, you know. I think that song is the song that gave me the biggest forward in the music, but still gave more than the biggest downfall. I got interviews where they don't want me to talk, they want to brief me as what to say, just because I'm saying if you touch the liquor data, you're going to get kicked out. So I'll forever defend the woman and child. Pedophile, boy, you lose again. Yeah.
them for fire burn. Yeah, man. Them for burn. Yeah, man. If enough for go on. Thank you, Empress, for that. That's a brave move, and I love that. Lush, big up. Yeah, Miss Diamond. That's her favorite. She told me that definitely is a favorite. Rory Dunn, big up. And I just have to go back, Empress, because we had a big loss this week to a young girl. Also, there was a fire bombing in the Clarendon area in Central Grange. Yeah, and we do personally know the little girl, the 14-year-old girl, was one of the dance students of.
But I'm saying there's no real protection or defense for the youths them and the woman them, because we don't say man not dead, but man are dead within for them day to day.
Yes, that's a dead soul. That is a dead soul that could.
Woman and pity them. Most of the because I'm not gonna say that woman not kill man, but it is like probably 2%. But you have so much men that are because of probably a woman cheat, or it is not okay if you cheat, but if that does happen, find the courage to walk away, Bridget, because you have a mother, you have a sister. You know
Yes.
So them things they really touch it. So you can play the song Love Divine,
Yes,
because that song is for all of the men that go around and mistreat women.
And hold up, Love Divine. That's the one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Love this rhythm too. Big rhythm. Yeah, man, this is a serious track. This song is so happy and yet, I can just bawl. pull up one, Empress. That's a very, very, very tremendous feeling song.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry, and we have so much music. I just want to let them know they're gonna have to look on. We're gonna keep talking. We're gonna play this sound. I live in this community here, and they're very, very picky about quiet hours. They're ridiculous with it. So I'm gonna pull this one up again and play it loud, and then we're gonna do some talking. Thank you everybody for joining Cleanway in Sound, Kuanna Soul. I gotta keep saying Kuanna Soul. Yeah, Empress Kuanna. I think you can't play her music without thinking about soul. So let's pull this up again. Love Divine, gorgeous track. Sing it, Lioness, sing it. Love divine. Big up the big, beautiful Kuanna Soul in the house tonight. Cleanway and Sound. Share it the live. Share it the live. Love divine, love divine. Where shall I find? Is my emperor divine? The boy don't fall my eye like him. No one make you see the glory. Working out all I sent for me. In a real life, this is my story. You know it hurt me, and it hurt me so beauty. You drive my Bible. Little boys, big men, leave the women alone. Leave the little girls alone. Use your words, little boys. Speak for what you want. Don't go grab it. Stop taking what doesn't belong to you. Respect the life. Respect the innocence. Honor the innocence. Protect the innocence. That is true manliness. It's man's job to protect life, not to take life. Real man, real gangster, protect life. Beautiful, Empress. Beautiful, 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 beautiful song. John, what a song, what a song, what a song. I did want to play more. We got more songs, but I can't play anything after that. We just gotta talk after that and feel that, just feel that. What a song. What a beautiful song. Did you do any videos? That one's on the album.
But this song that you just played, Love Divine.
Beautiful, beautiful. I think Miss Diamond said that that's her favorite song because we were talking about your sound. Funny enough, your signature sound, and she said she felt that was the song that was really your signature sound. And I'm sorry for the pain that you've gone through. To bring those messages out. How do you teach your daughter, and how does she feel about the music and the message that you're doing?
She knows all my songs. She's excited. I brought her to stage shows before. I brought her to the studio with me. She knows that this is my life. She knows she's my best friend, so and she's cool. She just can't wait like everybody else that truly love me. They say, "Mommy, just know."
How old did you say she's again?
She's 9.
9. Okay, so it's a young age. How do you prepare her other than being there for her? Do you have to give her warnings? It's so rough because part of the we don't even want to give them a name, right? But part of the pedophiles and these people is to take the innocence away in every which way. So sometimes even just by having to warn our kids and expose them, right, is still taking innocence. How do you deal with that with her? That's the age of.
The first word I taught her is integrity. I teach her to spell that word and to know the full meaning of it. I teach her to be so pure and honest with me. She's a pure soul, She's not the type of child that's gonna have something bothering her. She's gonna tell you. She's gonna tell Mama. She's gonna tell you. See, I remember when I went viral and I went out for a weekend. She was with my son. Because I have a 20-year-old son, He's in culinary school. And when I came home from Kingston, I remember as I pulled the door, she was like, "Mom, you know what we learned in guidance class today?" And I said, "What?" She said, "Good touch and bad touch." And she was telling me about the high five and the fist bump and the pat on the shoulder. But no touching up. She know we're not to be touched. See, she's conscious of those stuff. I reason with her. I don't go in depth with her, but I try to tell her stuff that happened to me when I was a bit younger, but not in depth. Seeing stuff that make you feel uncomfortable for the rest of your life. So those are the states that that's what I said earlier. That's one of the main reasons why I am not in Kingston right now, because when you're alone, you can just
hold up, Empress, because I'm just gonna say something about the age that it happened, because me too. And somebody named 9 Life Dunkirk came in, which is wild, and you said your daughter is 9. Keep going, but I want to get back to that because that is a very, very fragile age for girls for whatever reason.
Yeah, so I try to let her know those stuff, and one of the main reasons why I'm not in Kingston is because, like I said, when you're alone, you can gangster out, you can catch right this one, catch.
Yeah.
But when you have a precious soul who is doing, she's an A student, she's very brilliant, she's not tampered with. And I wanted to stay that way because when kids are tampered with, the whole vibration changes, I know kids that are being tampered with. I see those things daily.
Oh,
the
God,
teachers at
Empress,
her
God.
school, the principal at her school, they know how much I am connected to my daughter. If it's not me, it's her father, I'm to bring her to school every morning and place her in the class. If her fun teacher is not going to be there, she have to call me and let me know so she not go there, and I send for her. I don't leave her with nobody except my son or her father. I don't leave her alone at no time. I brought her lunch every day. She don't eat from people and all of those stuff. I don't have her being too friendly with people. She's very smart. Seeing if I'm on the road and somebody's calling her, she look at me first. She wants to know if it's okay, not just get friendly with people. So I'm not gonna say it is easy because we're trying to create a village, because it takes a village to raise a child, but because of how the villages get, you can't trust your brother, you can't trust nobody or your uncle.
Yes.
It's not, you can't trust people. And at the end of the day, I will definitely pick out a boy I pick on you. I've never posted a gun before, but I will definitely post a gun if a boy comes like that.
Salute.
Because she's the future. I got pregnant out of school with my son. So there's so much that because I have to just grow up. I didn't have any choice but to become an adult at an early age.
Look how God gave you a son first, right? Not that our sons don't have to be protected, because I only have a son, but Empress, I know, if I could cut you a little bit, the first time I was touched in many ways was 9. 9, my brother got me high from herb, and 9, I'll tell you this one, and I want this message to families out there. 9 years old, y'all. 9, and I was at a family wedding at a church, in front of the church, taking a picture with my father, my mother, my whole family in the picture, and this mother effer from Italy, grown-ass man who had no business to be near me, had his hand cupped on my rear, my 9-year-old rear, with my mother, my father, my sister, everybody in the same photograph, y'all, in a photograph. And like you said, Empress, for the rest of my life, that changed me. Because you take the guilt, you don't know what to tell, I didn't want to tell my father to have him kill somebody, you know it's wrong.
This is the high five. This is where I don't want to talk to my daughter, because I always said, when stuff like this happen to minors, they don't know how to come and tell you, because the pervert, the pedophile, them have a way as to how to even convince the youth them not to talk. So when I don't want, when my daughter is 20 or 23, she gonna come out publicly say that person told me. I couldn't forgive myself for that. I can't forgive myself for that, because I know the feeling of being touched when you're not supposed to be touched. And it's like you don't know how to tell somebody, because that happened to me more than one time.
No, and it took me till a very grown age to let go a lot of that and realize I wasn't responsible.
I beg for the man them all the time. But no say men go through stuff, but I beg for the strong in them to stand up with the woman them, because a lot of us, you see, out here and doing some crazy stuff. It's because we get molested when we were younger,
Yes.
and we still don't get the chance to talk about it. So,
Yes.
adulthood,
You feel worthless. They feel worthless. They don't feel like they're worthless, and they feel like they were damaged already, so they feel it's not worth it to even try. And that's not true, y'all. That's not true. That's why, Empress, I wanted to get back to that, because you said that at the beginning, the way I dress, them can touch my flesh, them not touch my soul. You heard me? They could touch me, them touch my flesh, they try, they talk about me, them never touch my soul clean.
Yeah, man, they don't like when you come to militant, and that is, I get a lot of shot because of this energy that I'm carrying. Because I'm not gonna say I'm always rough and all of that. But when you see my presence, you know, say you can't come touch my breast, I touch my body. And you will get something, you will get hurt. Them know that, because even in your big woman state, there are some people who, there are some men, when they come to hug you, they want to hug you in a form of way that it is not okay. It is not okay. And I par with about 5 men, and I'm going out. My team is mostly male. And when you're out, I love them so much, I just want everybody to live in unity and keep the strength, because I love them so much.
Magic Flute, big up Magic Flute, couple big artists joining the light tonight. Empress Chadi, Grafoot. That's a good man. I don't know if you know Magic. Magic, a powerful, probably one of the most powerful reggae male artists right now. Yes, Magic, are you?
Love. So we have to give thanks to the real men them out there who stand up beside me and say, Empress, go and go do it. We're there to prove the embrace, because we need the embrace. We need it, because when we go there, we go stand up against the bulge of them while protecting our youth. Because we are the nurturers,
Yes,
men don't know to nurture, they just can't do their best,
Yes,
That is why even when they do us wrong, we still have that place in our heart.
Yes. Women are more easily trained, and they're getting trained poorly. So, Empress, let's go back to this, because you say you have a grown son. So what did you do different with your son? Do you think I know you said you were young, so you didn't have the consciousness to think again.
I have to say kudos to my mom and my big sister who's living in New York, and my mom who is here, because they were the one who helped me to embrace, they helped to mother my son. See, so I always said I would love to have another child, and I would pray for it to be a little boy, so I can have it, because when I moved to Kingston, my mom still have my son. It was with her. It was when my son is going to go to grade 3. That's about 8-year-old, and my son is 8-year-old. I take him to live with me in Kingston, and from ever since he's always with me. So I went out there, I tried to balance, I find myself, and I came, and even my mother see that it was ready. I was
Thank
ready
you,
and
boss.
firm enough to take my child out there with me. And so, and he's doing great. It's like, it's not because he's my son, but he's one of the best kids someone could have asked for. He's very humble. He takes care of my daughter like it's his own child. He takes care of me because since I've been physical abused in 2017, and ever since he became this guard around me, like he's he just wants to.
Oh, Empress, thank you for sharing that, man. Thank you for being vulnerable.
Yeah, man.
Same thing. I have one. I lost
Yeah.
3 pregnancies. I have one son. I'll tell you one
Yeah.
thing, and this is actually my sister that helped me with this. And this is my message to all men out there and all mothers raising men, especially, because girls hide the things that will get people in trouble. That girls hide things that, like when they're victims, that's the thing they hide because, like you said, we have that nurture feeling. So that's where girls are dangerous. Boys have to hide that stuff. We have that. So one of the biggest things my sister taught me is to teach my son, and I taught my male students, use your words. 3 words.
Yeah.
Use your words. And I tell the big men, I'm going to type this at the bottom. I tell the big men, I get some big men in this industry, and they're freaks. And they like me, and they can't say they like me. And then they wind up, you see it, they start getting obsessed because they can't articulate. So they get involved with me for business. And then the next thing you know, they didn't want business. All they had to do was say it. And I felt if they just said to me, like, Rastumpa, you know, you're sexy. Rastumpa, you know, I like you.
Yeah.
And we could address it on a mature level, they would get over that obsession instead of holding that obsession. And then, yes, you know, it keeps happening. So that's my big message, especially to Jamaican men. Use your words.
That's right.
Words make you cool, make you tough. And I have a son like that now. My son is a protector. My son loves me. And my son also, when my son was in kindergarten, he was touched by a little girl inappropriately. And he knew, and I was so proud of him. And the teacher at the time said, oh, well, at least he wasn't a girl. At least it wasn't a girl. I said, what do you mean? It's a child. He's touched, and he knows he shouldn't have been touched like that. And I'm proud of him for standing up. And he also told me, because I had to be the same way, like guard him, never leave him alone, and you know, and ask him even years later and say, Spencer, you sure when I left you with that babysitter? You know, and he let me know, no, mommy, nobody ever could touch me. And now I see the empathy that he has, the slowness about him, like he's not eager to grow up fast and start having sex and start having children, and I love that. That's what my father and I taught him. Being a man is not having sex and adulting too early.
I'm happy that the kids, I'm happy that my children are not forced up. Because I always said,
Forced up. I love that. I love that.
Adulthood is something that it is coming. As long as you're alive, it is coming. You don't have to worry. So full joy your childhood as much as you can, because you're going to get big. And when you get big, sometimes you wish you never get so big so quick.
Yes, I love the Empress. I think I'm gonna write that at the bottom. So grow up instead of force up. Yeah, grow the children instead of force the children. I love that. Grow up instead of force up. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit more in general, but you did say right there that you were a victim. It's tough. It's tough. So did it go instead of did it go in your writing? Again, same here, Empress. I knew I had a connection, but yeah, it's a really rough thing. And the first started out inappropriate as a little girl.
And it's always with family members. That's why I said to you earlier.
Exactly.
I don't trust, you see, the love I have for my family, I want it to stay. I have to be the one to take out a family member. So therefore, I keep my daughter with me on. You see, if I have to come to Kingston, if I have to go to the studio in Kingston, she's not going to be in school that day because I'm taking her along with me. I'm taking her along with me. So because I'm not going to be home in time and my son is in school, and I don't want to, because my son his workload is very heavy because he's doing culinary. So I don't leave no burden on him from my daughter. So I just have my daughter as my handbag 98% of the time. So, you know, but it would be so nice if these men could just grow to them full potential, you know?
Yes, I don't really get that at all. I don't get that about mankind. I don't get why we couldn't stop it.
A lot of big women out there when they don't have a man, they don't need your money, they just would like to have somebody to give them that pleasure. So a lot of big woman out here. You don't have any reason to touch a minor.
No, and there's plenty of big women that still have bodies like little girls inside too.
That's right.
That's the fact.
That's right.
Even better. Yeah. It's but it's not it's really not a it's not a sexual thing. It's against life itself. That's the thing that it showed me.
Yeah.
It's against innocence and life itself. Big up Charmaine. So we have to just keep standing and singing out for life. Is there any particular song, or is the album that you did about love, did it come from that? I mean, you could have chose to do an album about punishment, right? After being a victim and everything yourself. So how did you choose to, keep that in perspective, continue to love yourself, grow your children and grow your beautiful loving music? How do you balance that?
Well, what the damage is already done, and there is nothing we can do about it more than to say we have to stand up on that and make certain things are reached. We don't reach our youths them. And there is always love in our, because our love is all that we bring, So even though they try to tamper with our innocence, we're not going to make them let us be a failure to our future. See it. So
Yes,
I want to know, say, when me sit down and look from this, even though my innocence was tampered with and there are certain levels of happiness that I might want to have, but no one knows that so I look from you, them well joyful and alright within them adult too, because I make sure that things that happen to me reach them.
Yes, I Empress. Yes,
Yeah, man, I love in our art, man. So when them expect that we're going to be sad and miserable all the time, we do good music, and whenever we're dealing with people, we have our stress dealing with,
Yes.
and we have people come to us daily for reason we make with them problem, and we put our
Big up Cargo Frost.
sadness and make
Big up
sure
Real
that
Ghetto
people
Voice.
alright.
Yes,
We
yes,
reason people so they can feel better all the time. So we know say love is all we bring, man.
Yes, yes,
And even the ones that put us in this state of vibration when we were younger, they know that love is all we bring.
Yes,
They know that.
Yes, Real Ghetto just said what I said. Well, he said next Queen Africa believe. To me, I want to say like Queen Omega. Yeah, Queen Africa. I said Queen Africa. She was always been a powerful empress, and I think I don't really think I can compare, but
I bet I would say instead of I bet I would say Kuanna forward, the fire empress are forward.
yeah.
Each time when you're going to compare, there's something, and we don't want any.
I said it earlier. I thought he was saying like I said you're like the Queen Omega of Jamaica, but just in a modern sense, not in any comparison of the music. Just in being the big symbol.
The reason why you see some people will try to look down at some artists or if they say they are not the type that they used to be, it's because of the same thing that we are talking about now. People go through stuff and sometimes they don't talk about it.
Oh
and
my
when they
God.
come and realize it just becomes that thing there where you never know to deal with it no more.
Yes,
You can't hold no joy.
Yes, Hold on, Ghetto Voice said, yeah, no. We know you're not comparing Ghetto Voice. I'm just. We know. You just have to see the earlier part of the conversation. Yeah.
This is a compliment the audience gets from it. People always say, I am the next Queen Africa. Long before no, when we just a forward. You see that we have grown so much. So we know say with the pandemic levels there, we do give thanks to know say we can get that comparison to Queen Africa to Queen Omega because we are
Yes. We just want more. We just want more powerful, good empress, and we know we've been through. It just Queen Africa, unfortunately, powerful. Maybe, I don't know. Like I have a song and I put I say rape in the song, and the Rasta community, the Rasta men didn't want me to do it. And it is one of my most beautiful songs. It took me long to want to promote it.
I grew up to realize, not because some man or woman is Rasta, me so they're pure and alright, We just love people.
Yes.
You have some
yes.
And you have some Rastas that are some real pervert because you have some bad people in everything. And good people in everything.
Yes, that's the truth. Yes, that's the truth.
Because a man come and turban up his head and you Rastafari and he said he's up the teachings of Rastafari. He's far from it.
Yes, and some can teach. I had an ex-husband who was a phony, and he taught me a lot about it, but he wasn't living it. And
and that is the thing. A lot of people know the thing by the book, but the live it, they are far from it.
Yes.
Because when you're
Yes.
spiritually connected, that's why I know that when I said I use the term I have a root. I will search for my root. It is through Rastafari. I come to the acknowledgement that Africa is my home. You know, see that Mother Nature and my God. We know so that not come through no religion thing.
No.
So we give thanks
No,
to the church.
that's
We go to
natural.
because the people on a spiritual path. Because when we used to go to the church and when them start to play the drum, that kind of feeling is like my head swell.
Yes.
I have this turban that I'm wearing tonight. I have this turban from I was going to church when I was about probably 16. And
Wow.
I saw this in a vision.
Wow.
I saw this in a vision. Many years I have this turban for. So
Wow.
we do give thanks for every part of the journey. We give thanks for every moment.
Yes,
So I have this song, it is incomplete, where I said sometimes I smile, sometimes I cry, but then I realize that this is the balance of life because nobody not happy every day. Things happen.
Yes, Rich Real Ghetto Voice says good music now reach them ears because them try to block it. Yeah, it's true in a way. I think
But we see it, you know, that's why so, you know, sometimes we feel so despair because we see it. And sometimes we understand we do the right thing. We listen back, we are listening to some music we're out there, and then we go back and listen to our music and we have to go, Kuanna, you reach your levels, it can only get better. But the levels is for Kuanna there right now. I feel like something should get more justice from the industry that I'm getting. No, I'm not getting any justice at all from the industry. Nobody not paying me no attention.
well, we're paying you attention now, Kuanna. You stood out for me backstage. Hopefully, it's meant to be.
Thank you so much.
I hope to continue. It was a pleasure. Like really, you know, I definitely felt the vibration. Yeah, and I like that look. To be honest, I loved even just your look and your feeling because I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that. And what I really also, my mission, and then I'm going to ask you, one of my biggest missions as a Rasta, because you asked me before where this comes from, is the guilt, is the whole guilt thing. Religion creates so much guilt. Rastafari is meant to live righteous, but like you said, it doesn't mean I did everything perfect. I'm just conscious now that I want to live more perfect. So I think we need to encourage people to listen more to music that does make them feel bad about they're not clean enough, so that you do become more clean. I think that we have to stop being comfortable in that hardcore music where we feel like, oh man, you know, this isn't me, I'm above it, because now we made all of that commonplace. We made these S&M sexuality now is so commonplace. Everybody's talking about it like it's the normal thing to do. I catch myself in these movies, but I know as a little girl.
The youth them gravitate to, and that the youth them are gravitate to just to see. So even when if you have some high school tour right now, and you're going to the high schools, an artist like me, I have to make sure to introduce myself well before we start to sing because and it's not my thing. Them come out the fast pace of what's happening, the wind up and the
Yes. I think because of that forbidden part, Empress. That's what I really want to get to in this music. I think it's because of that forbidden part. And that's why, to me, my passionate place in music is that line right in the middle. You know, that line, the conscious line, you know, between the good and bad guys on your shoulder, you know, love and hate, like you maybe can be abused and you take it and you do a love song. Somebody might be abused and sing out, fire burn upon them, you know? So it's always a choice how we choose it. So, Kuanna, Empress Soul, tell us about the mission going forward. Remind everybody about the shows going forward. I'm going to ask you about, you know, tagging some people.
So, the 29th of this month, we have Kite Festival, Outer Sky Festival. And we have the 420 Festival, Ganja Fest in Negril, Scene. So that's the 20th of April. And for those who don't know, I'm an Aries girl. My birthday is 11th of April. So
when is it? April what?
11th of April is my birthday.
Oh, awesome. So you're just before, you know, the guy that's doing the show, 420 is his birthday. Very cool.
Yes,
Yeah. So that's a week god. Yeah, man, that's a cool.
So we just have to do your works and we just allow most time to leave a part. A person told me the other day that it is, when they sound that it is one set of footprints in the sun, it's because Jah is not walking beside of me. But within, Jah is within. So
yes,
whenever I walk, it's with Jah. Jah is within and I. So
big up Juliet. Yes, I love it. Empress Real Ghetto Voice said they hope they get to see you in New York. Next year, 420 is going to be in New York. It's going to be massive. Big up Juliet Blanford from Canada, Wagwan. Again, make sure you're following Kuanna Soul all over. And now, Kuanna, please, give your shout outs to all your people. Let us know who's been, following you, who's been supporting you. And
big up to my Solar Joy, the name of my brand. I used to have lots of merchandise selling, but you kind of took a break right now. But big up to my Solar Joy family. Big up these side.
Wait, slow it down. What is it? Solar?
Solar Joy. SOULAJOY.
All right, let me write that. Soul Joy.
Yeah, that's the name of my brand. So you do have people who call me Solar Joy in the street.
Okay.
Yes, so big up to my producer Jara. I have this song that should be coming out very soon from my producer Noble Entertainment. That song is it's an Afrobeat as well. You know, see it. Big up to everybody who is following Kuanna. Big up to all of my fans. Big up to all of my supporters. You know, see, big up to Empress Marilana for having me tonight. Big up Empress Diamond, Tropical. Big up yourself.
Thank you.
See, we just want to say big up everybody. Big up all who tune in on the live and took the time out. Coca-Cola vibration with it. It can only get better, see it and real get a vibe. Pick up yourself, brother. I look forward to meeting there in physical one day soon. See, this is just a mighty journey, and I do give thanks for moments like these because we are human, and sometimes we feel real dismay. So moments like these build up the confidence and make we feel mighty up in the thing, see, because we know we have it. So we're the most skillful comedian, my artist, and to sing it, pick up yourself. See, so it's just the journey, and we staying on righteous path because of Charlie, pick up to the Boombox family. Harry Toddler is one of the purest souls I met in this music. Harry Toddler is the one who he got 20 minutes on Sunfest 2 years ago. And he said, Kuanna, 30 seconds near you. You have to get B-side. And I use up that 30 seconds very well. So big up to Harry Toddler.
I love that. Big up Harry Toddler. Yeah, remember no Harry Toddler from the whole Boombox Beyond the Scene. Yeah, man.
Purest souls in this music that I have met.
Thank you for that. Yeah, there's not I should say there's not many, but there's so much corruption, people talk about it blatantly, but it's got to stop now. That's one of the missions of CleanWay, guys. And let me just quickly announce the guests. So next week on the live is Tropical, followed by J Blocks.
I was at Tropical EP launch earlier last year as well. I performed at his EP launch in St. Thomas.
Yeah, man, he's massive. He's going to be on the show next week. We got J Blocks coming on March 30th. Hold up, I got to get the calendar. For April, we have coming in Canna Stone. And then we have, oh gosh, my brain, where is it? My brain. With God is going to be on the 18th, just before the festival. The last Thursday in April, I think, is going to be Upenge. And Simon Splinter also is coming up in April. We got massive events coming up. Empress, I can't wait. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see you 420. Keep sharing. Yeah, man, keep sharing all the music. It was a real pleasure. Massive. Everybody, YouTube, Instagram. We were on TikTok tonight. Make sure you're following.
There's a link in my bio. Once you open that link, it will take you to everything Kuanna. So it take you to my Instagram, to my TikTok, to my YouTube, and to Spotify, and all of the links to purchase my music and to follow and to subscribe and all of that stuff.
Okay.
Let's support the music because we're coming positive. We're coming with a mighty vibration. We're coming. We're not stop speaking out against the pedophile them because we want to use them for both of them.
Love. We gotta teach love concrete.
Yes.
Empress. Oh gosh. Oh, you're an independent artist. You're still independent, right? Doing everything yourself. Would you be interested to sign? Is that something, going forward we should solicit? You want to stay independent? You just want to get.
Listen, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't sign because once it is forward movement and everything is legit and it is in the right order and I see where it is going to take me forward. See it. I'm willing because no man is an island, no man stand alone, and we can do so much.
Let me get the drum. Give them a little acapella going out. So, Kuanna Soul says, forward march. That is the thing. Forward. Once it's forward, it's Rastafari and it's great. YouTube, CleanWay in Sound. Instagram, Kuanna Soul. Yeah, man, greet them. Give them a little treat, Empress, to go, and we say goodnight. It was a pleasure, Empress. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, me no mind. In a one room, me and my picnic, them my beat it. Sacrifice me, me call me dog, me my feel it. Sell me car and take the taxi album a complete. But me send me in the street now. Whoa, please don't come in my way. I got no time to play. My success is on the way, so I can never stray. No, whoa, hallelujah. Praises to Jah. And this is a Trey Can production that should be released this month. Look up yourself, Trey Can.
We're ready. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining Clean Weight and Sound. We'll see you next week, Thursday, in the house, same time, same place, with Tropical. And you'll see us all on 420 Festival Miami. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Big up, probably.